Hi, we've got your new Automate here, and we're going to show you today how to set up this system and properly use it. On the back panel here, there's a couple connections we need to make. Unit would have came with a power cord. The power cord is going to plug into the black socket here. Okay, and then this would go to your wall outlet. Also came with a blue tubing to connect to the air line. This blue tubing is going to push into this elbow fitting. This is a push to connect type fitting, so you're just going to take the blue tube, insert it into the opening. You'll feel a little bit of resistance and you're going to push harder, and it'll go about another 1/4 of an inch and lock in. You can give it a little tug, it's going to stay in there. This is designed to be attached to your angle shut off, the incoming airline valve, and there's another video showing you different ways to connect this airline, or your dealer service technician can take care of that for you. The power switch is on the back panel here, so we can switch that down to turn it on, and then this is the air regulator knob, which we'll look at here in a minute. After we've made our power and air connections here, we want to look at this gauge on the left side of the machine. We want it to read at least 4 bar, so I normally set it about 4.5. That way when the machine's running, when you're consuming air, it'll stay above 4. We adjust that with the black knob on the back here. To adjust it, you can pull this out. If we go counterclockwise, you can see the needle going down. Okay, we want to come up to 4. Go clockwise to turn it up. Usually go to about 4.5. 5 bar is straight up 12 o'clock, so we don't want to quite be straight up at 12 o'clock. Once we have it where we want it, just go ahead and push this knob in and lock it in. Just keep it from inadvertently getting bumped. On the right hand side of the machine, we have a door here. Just got a little magnet catch on it. Go ahead and open that up. That's where we're going to insert our can of spray. So when you get the machine, get your can of Midwest Plus Automate spray. Go ahead and pop the cap off of this. You notice there's a little straw on the top. This little straw is very important. We want to make sure that it does not get bent or broken or damaged or snapped off. So one thing we want to make sure of is anytime we're inserting or removing a can, we need to lift this lever. It's spring loaded, it's pretty strong spring, so I normally just put 4 fingers on the top of the machine, lift the lever with your thumb, that way you can hold it up. Take your can, set it flat on the bottom, slide it straight back in, and then you can release the lever so it engages the can on top. Close your door, you're ready to go. If you need to remove the can, remember to always pull the lever up first, pull the can straight out, and then you can take your new can and insert it the same way. Flat on the bottom, lift your lever all the way up, put 4 fingers on top, lift the lever up, set the can straight back in, release the lever. So when we take a look at the front of the Automate here, we have the green light, indicates that the power is on to the machine. The next light will come on when the can is empty. It'll be an amber colored light, and it will also beep when the can is empty. So this is what the oil indicator light will look like when it's indicating that the can is empty. It will blink that orange light, it'll beep like that, and then you can turn the power switch off on the back to reset it, and then change your can like we discussed earlier. This is the start button, so once we load the handpieces inside, which we're going to do in just a minute here, we would load them up and press start. The next 3 lights are for the 3 handpiece positions. They'll blink green when they're processing, solid green when they're done. This is the chuck maintenance button. Press that button, green light will come on for a short period where you hold the handpiece to the chuck maintenance port, and then it goes off. So let's open the door and look inside. Grab the sides of the door here. I like to put my thumbs up top. There's 2 magnets hold the door shut. You can see we've got our maintenance adapters already installed here for 3 of the handpieces we're going to do. We have a wide variety of the maintenance adapters available. There's also a black paddle behind each one of these. So if you just would load position 1, this paddle tells the machine that it only needs to run position 1. will not run all three. Remember to check the nuts holding these adapters on and make sure they're tight. Check them once a week. They tend to vibrate loose with use, and if they are loose, the machine's not going to process the handpieces correctly. So we've got 3 handpiece ports here and the chuck maintenance port on the right side. We have this absorbent pad here. When you close the door, that pad comes up and envelops those handpieces so that it captures all the debris, the excess lubricant that's being expelled out during the process. When this pad gets dirty or saturated, it just hangs on 2 hooks here. Lift it off here, lift it off here. So we can just dispose of that pad. We sell the pads in packs of 6. The 6 pads include 2 of these yellow filters. They lay in the bottom of the machine here. Just pull it up out. They cover the holes in the bottom of the machine. Again, just an extra layer of protection of any of that debris that may be blown out of the handpieces. So every 3rd time you change a pad, you can change this yellow filter. Goes the yellow side down and just lays in the bottom there. So let's reinstall this pad on the hooks. So we're going to start with our Phoenix handpiece here. We've already done the cleaning process on this, so remember when you're cleaning the debris off of the outside, we only want to use Midwest Plus cleaner and water. We don't want to use any alcohol, disinfectant wipes, cavi wipes, ultrasonic cleaner, anything like that on the outside. Just the Midwest Plus cleaner and water to remove the debris off the outside, and then we're ready to lubricate and expel here in the Automate machine. We're going to do the chuck maintenance. So the chuck maintenance you want to do 1 day a week. So pick a day, say Wednesday is going to be chuck maintenance day, so we're going to do this handpiece, and today is Wednesday, so we would do our chuck maintenance first, and we're going to hold the burr tube up to the point of the chuck maintenance port. We're going to press and release the chuck button. When the green light goes out, we can pull that away. Then we're ready to flip it around, and this is a K-style back end Phoenix, so we've got our K-style maintenance adapter here on position 1. So this guy just clicks on here. Make sure these are fully pushed up on. Sometimes you got to push hard to click them on. Make sure they're clicked the whole way on so that it works properly. And you want to point the burr tube either towards the front or towards the back so the pad can collect the debris that comes out around the burr tube. Next we're going to do our Rhino XP. So we've got our low-speed motor adapter on this port number 2. Low-speed motors don't have anywhere for the air to go out the front of the handpiece or the motor, so we've got to go through the exhaust, and you can see this has a hole in the port here, so the exhaust is vented. That's what that adapter does. We can always line the tubes up just like the picture up above so we know how to put them in. Spin that on there. And then lastly, we have a Midwest type straight adapter. So this is a Midwest type back end. Again, we can do the chuck maintenance on this. Hold it up. Press the chuck button. Take it away when the light goes out. Flip it around. And we've got our Midwest type low speed attachment adapter in here on position 3. And we can slide that up on. So once we've loaded these all up, we can go ahead and close the door. Okay, once the door is closed, we press the start button. When we press start, what it does is it gives a short burst of the cleaner and lubricant out of the can that we installed. And now it's going to expel or blow air through the handpiece or attachment or motor for 60 seconds. It's going to blow out all the debris, all the excess cleaner and lubricant, and then that just leaves a film of oil on the inside of the handpiece so it's ready to use on the next patient. Okay, so this light's going to blink when it's in process. When it's done, it'll turn solid green. Then it'll go to number 2. So when number 2 is blinking, and then it'll go solid green when it's done, and then on to number 3. It does them sequentially. So if you're loading 3 handpieces up like we did, it's going to take about 3 minutes to run those 3 handpieces. You can go do something else while this is running, and then come back when it's done. So as you can see, once the handpieces are finished being processed, all three of the lights are steady on. See, that tells you that all the handpieces are done, have been properly lubricated and expelled. So we can go ahead and open the door. Again, grab the sides. Hinge that down. First one here, the Phoenix, just snaps off. Okay. We want to take a clean paper towel here and just wipe any excess lubricant that may be on the outside of the handpiece. And then after we do that, it's ready to be bagged and sterilized. The low-speed motor, we'll just spin that nut off Rhino motor. Again, just wipe the excess oil off the outside. Straight attachment, we just need to push that button to pull it off. Again, we're going to wipe the excess lubricant off the outside. These are all ready to be bagged and sterilized.